Big thanks to TopUpLive for sponsoring this video. Just recently, Once Human released a brand new deviant for Territory Deviants, and its name is Dr. Raven. This deviant is designed to increase crafting efficiency at the workbench, while also providing additional effects to the treatments that we craft. I've already made a 5/5 variant specifically for Dr. Raven. For this deviant, I've equipped several traits to maximize his potential, such as Cheer Up 3, which grants an extra 150% mood boost, World of Charm, which helps keep the mood of other Territory Deviants stable whenever Dr. Raven is regaining mood or goes offline, and Moonlight Assault, which speeds up regeneration during dormancy, making recovery much faster and more reliable. This combination of traits ensures that Dr. Raven not only improves crafting speed, but also keeps the overall territory system running smoothly, with mood consistently maintained. Even so, I rarely see my Territory Deviants actually go offline. Every time I return to the territory, they are always in an online state. This is because the traits I use provide mood boosters and energy boosters to each of my Territory Deviants. Honestly, it might be a bit excessive, since all of my Territory Deviants already have their own special traits, some focused on mood recovery, like World of Charm, and others on energy recovery, such as Dream Wild. Before we continue talking about Dr. Raven, let me share something interesting first. In the latest update, Once Human has just released a brand new Battle Pass along with some fresh outfits. For those of you who want to roll the gacha or top up for the Meta Pass, Battle Pass, or Christian, you can easily do it through TopUpLive. TopUpLive offers friendly prices, a process that is safe and reliable, and they even provide a discount code. The steps are very simple. Open topuplive.com or click the link in the description. Choose the type of top-up you want, Meta Pass, Battle Pass, or Christian for the new outfit gacha. Enter your account details, UID, region, and server. Input the code JANE to get a 12% discount. Click Buy Now, then select your preferred payment method. The process is fast, secure, and the prices remain affordable. If you encounter any issues while topping up, TopUpLive also provides customer service that is responsive and ready to help you out. So, what are you waiting for? If you want to top up, go check out TopUpLive right now. Let's get back to Dr. Raven. This deviant is designed to improve craft efficiency, which means that whenever we craft items at the workbench, the duration is slightly reduced and the process becomes a bit faster. For me personally, this improvement still feels rather ordinary because I usually craft ammo in very large quantities, so the impact isn't that significant. In most cases, I just start the crafting and leave it running. But if you're out of ammo and in a hurry, then it might be a completely different story. It might also be because I play on a permanent server, where resources are always abundant, and I'm already used to preparing huge amounts of ammo in advance. So even though there is a reduction in crafting time, I don't really notice exactly how much faster it is. What I can confirm, however, is that the overall duration for crafting ammo does become a little shorter. In addition to reducing crafting time, Dr. Raven also provides extra effects when we create treatments such as fast-acting treatment. When this treatment is used inside a pollutant zone, it grants buffs that correspond to the specific type of pollutant you are facing. For example, in the Fan Small pollutant, the treatment will give you additional damage effects that depend on your current state. If you are in Void state, it boosts status damage, while in Solid state, it enhances weapon damage. By the way, does anyone know exactly how to switch between these states? If you do, please let me know in the comments, because that mechanic is still a bit unclear to me. When used in the Mirror pollutant, the treatment grants a bonus to weapon damage whenever you attack from behind. There is even a debuff effect if you apply the treatment again, which causes enemies to take less damage from you when attacked from the front. Finally, when the treatment is applied in the Wild pollutant, the closer your position is to the enemy while attacking, the greater the damage output will be. Overall, the way these effects work is quite similar to the mechanics of the new mods introduced for each pollutant. Mirror emphasizes back attacks, Wild requires you to stay close to the enemy, and Fan Small demands that you switch weapons or states in order to maximize the damage bonus. Unfortunately, the effects of Dr. Raven only apply when you are inside a pollutant zone. Once you step outside, the effects seem to be completely inactive. I tested the damage myself, and the results were exactly the same, no change in output, even after using the Fan-Small pollutant effect and items to switch into either void or solid state. The damage simply did not increase. Just imagine if these effects could carry over outside the pollutant zone. It would make Silo Nightmare run so much faster. What do you think? Should these effects also be active outside the zone? By the way, if you want to obtain this deviant, you can farm it directly in pollutant areas. The method is straightforward. Defeat the monsters that spawn there, whether in the Fan-Small zone or the Wild zone, and you'll have a chance to get the deviant as a drop. Good luck with the RNG, because it can take quite a few runs. Now, there's another question that often comes up. Does the trait brute force rule increase the amount of ammo or treatments you craft? The answer is no. I tested it myself. Whether crafting ammo or treatments, the results remained exactly the same as the original target amount, with no increase. If you notice yours going up, check first whether your workbench has an active buff. If there is a buff, then yes, the numbers can increase. But if you craft at a normal bench, the output will not change, even if you are using brute force rule. That's why I personally recommend using Moonlight Assault instead, since it provides more consistent regeneration and overall reliability. So, that wraps up our discussion about this new deviant. What do you think? Does Dr. Raven feel strong enough to be considered a solid pick, or is it just average? Share your thoughts in the comments, especially about which traits you're using for your own deviant builds. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video. By the way, I've noticed that a lot of you are watching but haven't subscribed yet. That's totally fine. The most important thing is that the content here can give you useful information and help you enjoy the game more. But if you do decide to subscribe, that would be even better. And if you add a like on top of that, then the package feels complete.